Hello. It is Tuesday, October 4th.
Hey, whoa. What's going on?
Not much, just hanging out over here, setting the stream up. I actually did not put any of the tags in, but here we are today. We'll have a great day for you. We'll be talking about a number of things, the Nuggets, some things about their young guys. Also, Santi Aldama looks like the fucking truth. Cavaliers are being hyped up by NBA GMs. As Miles Bridges, we have some news about the Charlotte Hornets allowing his qualifying offer to expire. Damian Lillard's the motherfucking truth. And there's more things on the news cycle, but that's it right here. To begin today's show, I'd like to hear your thoughts on anything I might have missed. But yeah, let's get to it. So, how was your day?
Chris? I've had woke up a little late. Good day though. How about you?
Good day. I did a midterm. I've actually not done fucking shit today. I've been actually on, not doing anything today, but I need to be productive, and I'll turn around after I eat Chick-fil-A as soon as we finish this episode. Yeah, I'll go get Chick-fil-A, so fuck you and your mother. But yeah, either way. Now, there's also some Kawhi Leonard news. I don't know if you watch any games. Is there anything you wanted to highlight real quickly, before we continue the episode?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of them all. I didn't watch a game in its entirety, but yeah, I caught a fair amount. Just been watching basketball like every night from after the show till I was up till like 4 last night. I couldn't sleep.
I literally need to play basketball, and it's upsetting me. I've only played once in the past week.
Gotta break that sweat, man.
I know.
That daily sweat.
I need to, and it's like something that's like pissing me off beyond anything. The fact that I haven't been able to go play basketball or get some runs in because I feel like a fat fuck, and I know I'm not, but like I want to get my runs in. Also, it's just me being genuine lazy, because if I really wanted to, I probably could.
Yeah, but, sounds like you could go hoop and then get Chick-fil-A or...
Yeah, or I could go really late. It's just that like I have other things I'd rather do. It's just school complicates it and shit. But I think tomorrow I'll definitely try to, at the very least.
For sure.
But either way, is there what you want? What?
My Ben Simmons estimate was very off.
Oh yeah, my Ben Simmons. I made a reaction to that game, and I was like, I was hoping to see a few threes from Ben, and some people were like, "Why are you being so like harsh on him?" I was just like, I had expectations.
Yeah, I wanted a little bit more.
Yeah,
but the Nets were honestly running a little bit differently. I thought that they actually played really well. I think they were really pass heavy, and I think that's a good problem to have as opposed to not passing enough. There was a lot of ball movement going around. Kevin Durant was getting involved too offensively. Ben Simmons was in the right spot a lot of the times as well. You just have such good scorers in Kyrie and KD where like they're just going to create a little bit of space and take that shot. But Ben Simmons, it was interesting seeing Ben Simmons not bring up the ball every possession and getting down in the paint.
Well, I think Kyrie said it best, that he told Ben Simmons, hey, you're playing with elite superstars, so we're going to make the game easy for you. And vice versa. Ben Simmons there is going to make life easy for Durant and our man Kyrie, and it's going to be fine. I'm not worried. I thought, when I looked at that game, I honestly thought the part that I was most excited about was Edmund Summers coming in, scoring. We saw some Nick Claxton go into double digit. Like, I thought the Brooklyn Nets last night, and this wasn't even something I was planning on talking about, but definitely, it's preseason.
I know, but it's just live basketball's back, man. I missed it so much. I should have watched a lot more film over the summer, but
yeah, you fucking
catching up to it now. I was gonna say the same thing. Edmund Sumner was like this nice jolt off the bench anytime he came in.
Didn't even shoot a 3-pointer. Yuanabe, another guy, and some defense. Not even scoring, defense. He was another guy that was always there, always there. Yeah. Have you seen the show Ted Lasso?
No.
Okay, there's a character. He's there. He's there. He's there. He's every fucking where, Roy Kent. And whenever I feel like someone he's there. He's every fucking where. It's like Yuta Watanabe. Yeah, it's a child. You know, kind of like in football, in in associate football, they all the fans usually have chants.
Yeah, I thought you were singing a Gorillaz song.
No. Like stadiums. Like one of my favorite footballers is Fernando Torres, and like how I just had a churn in this picture of Torres.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, that's Fernando. That's like my favorite, Fernando Torres, and he played for Liverpool, and he had a song. Fuck, I don't even remember what. I'm gonna Google this right now. Fernando Torres song lyrics, and okay, ready? His armband. Okay, right here it goes. This is what they would sing in a stadium. One for the kid who scores the most. His armband proved he was a red. Torres. He'll never walk alone, it said. Torres. We bought the lad from sunny Spain. He gets the ball. He scores again. Fernando Torres, Liverpool's number 9.
All right. That didn't really. Oh, you're playing it.
How horrendous was that?
I couldn't really. I got the idea of it.
Could you hear it clearly?
No.
Huh?
No.
Was it very quiet?
Yeah.
You want me to play it again?
No.
I
really don't. Oh man. Keegan Murray, yeah. You watch any Lakers?
No, was there so I kind of pick and choose what I want. I really want to see Santi Aldama, and it's just dude.
Yeah.
I want to say people have been putting money on what I've been putting down. I feel like a couple of my takes have came true.
Yeah. You know what was even cooler about Aldama's game last night was he was doing it with all the starters.
Well, he's clearly the starter. He's clearly the starter until
cool.
Jaren Jackson Jr. returns to full health. Santi Aldama, Desmond Bain, Dylan Brooks, Steven Adams, and John Morant are the starting lineup. Santi playing power forward. I've said it, and I don't want to solely compare him to Paul Gasol. I think he has a little bit of. I think offensively, his game is a mix of Santi's game offensively is a mix of LaMarcus Aldridge, like a poor man's LaMarcus Aldridge, and Paul Gasol put right there. He's a 3-level scorer like LaMarcus Aldridge, and I think like. I've seen him dominate in the post, Santi, in college level and at the G League and Summer League level. Now we're going to see him do it at an NBA level, but there are questions, and this is actually something I want to talk about, so shout out Santi Aldama. But Santi was a guy that, as we've seen, I've hyped him up because the Spanish basketball, family comes from an Olympic family, but every time he comes on, dude, what was he? 7 for 9 last night, 4 for 5 from 3. Like the shot's legit. Okay. The one weakness I'll say with Santi right here is that I think Santi is a guy who I haven't seen enough of him as a ball handler. I'll fully admit to that. I haven't seen him like obviously at lower levels I have, but against NBA levels, will he be able to go up court, full transition? And that's why I think he offensively, like Paul Gasol was a pretty good ball handler for his size. LaMarcus Aldridge was decent. I think Paul Gasol was the better. I think Santi's closer to like a LMA ball handler than a Paul Gasol. And what are you gonna say? Go.
Oh, I mean, I don't. That's okay to me. That's okay because you got Ja, you have Bane, you have guys who can create for themselves. So I don't think they need him to, run up the court too much, or even if he does, just find the guard, find the runner, get in your spot, get in that corner, get on the wing. But I thought he looked phenomenal. He was a lot of the times he was in the right place at the right time. And when you have a guy like Ja also cooked last night. Ja kept it up, but the Orlando Magic. I don't know. I won't talk about Orlando while we were talking Santi, but Orlando's defense wasn't.
Oh yeah,
Warriors,
but they're a good defensive team in theory.
Yeah, in theory, yeah, but they were, they're also missing a bunch of pieces too. Like Wagner didn't even play last night, but you still got Isaac without a timetable, which really sucks. I'm not too worried about Santi. I really like that he could truly. I mean, if he's a starter, he'll be a double-digit scorer for sure.
Yeah, I think Santi's closer to I just hate comparing him to Paul Gasol because that's just such an easy, comparison, and that's why I do I think, and I also want to say the LaMarcus Aldridge I want to compare him to is more of the Spurs LaMarcus Aldridge than the Portland Trailblazers because I think that LaMarcus Aldridge had way more athleticism than Santi. But Santi has the ability to be a skilled passer at the big man position. The one thing that there are questions is about if he can be an above average shot blocker. We're not asking him to be an insane shot blocker, but that guy who can average a little bit over a block a game. And, we just need to see once we get closer to season or once the season is the one thing that I know that's been a question mark for Santi Aldama is he going to be able to, have the foot speed? I think he personally does, and he's shown it. And I think through a year being in the NBA conditioning and training program, that he has this foot speed relative to his size to allow him to run and finish, fast breaks efficiently and effectively. But that's it. That's our Santi Aldama talk right there. Let's move on to.
I want to stay on the Magic real quick.
Oh, we'll go to the Magic. What do you got to say?
Well, it was a Cole Anthony show last night. There was not too much schemed up for Paolo. I thought Paolo did pretty well, but I see him getting kind of flamed on Twitter just because of his shooting efficiency. But defensively, he made some plays, like first play of the game. I just thought it was interesting running all the lineups with, Bobo at the 3, with Wendell, with Bamba, or you have Okeke with, or is it Okeke?
Oh, Chuma Okeke.
It's not Okeke though. It's not Okeke.
You want to bet on this?
It's like Okeke. It's unless then the Orlando Magic people were getting it wrong, which I don't think that's.
This is what I have been told by a shit times by people that I was saying it wrong. Okay, I think it's on the other one, which is the other regular basketball.
Okeke. I think it's Okeke.
Right.
Yeah.
Chumo Okeke.
I know, but that's not how they were saying it, and they were saying we got it all
pronunciation.
Chuma Okeke. I don't know, man. Go watch the game. They were calling it Okeke.
They're wrong. Commentators are usually wrong.
Anyways, they were just running a bunch of big-ass lineups, and I thought it was extremely dysfunctional. But they're still missing a bunch of pieces. Like Wagner was out. Isaac's got no timetable still. But, Bobo at the 3, Wendell. They'd have Bombo, Wendell, and Bobo out there at the same time, and they'd have open threes, but it just wasn't running fluidly. So I'm curious to see what they decide to do and how it looks in the regular season. But I just wasn't a big fan of the idea of running all 3 of them, 3 bigs at one time, like Cleveland.
What was it? I like the Paulo, Mo Bamba, and Wendell. That's what you're talking about?
That was a little bit better, but yes, still that.
Which one are you talking about? Which one were you talking about?
Well, they ran a bunch of different rotations. That one was the starting group.
Which one were you talking about?
All of them in general. If I have Mo Wagner out there with Wendell with Bobo, I don't like the way it was at all.
I like the
they
super
had 6 points in the first 6 minutes. I like the idea of super size. That's why I'm saying it didn't work last night. So I'm curious to see.
They got to figure out preseason. They got to figure out which guy can play the 3. Then it works.
And I really don't think it's Bobo. And I think
in theory, Bobo is the one who could work, but I think Mo Wagner could pull a Lowry Markkanen. I think
that'd be interesting.
Mo Bamba could do it maybe.
just don't feel great about it.
I know. I don't
but
think
we'll see. It's just the
Paulo.
first
I don't think
preseason
Paulo
game.
or Wendell could play the three. But the
They
whole
just had-
idea is that when they do that lineup where they have three bigs in the game, with two of them being able to shoot and one staying inside, they gotta have two guards that can facilitate either. Meaning they gotta have Markel and Cole, or Cole and Jalen, or Jalen and Markel on the floor to facilitate for the other guys.
I'm sure.
That
Yeah, I'm
means
sure Markel's gonna help it out a lot.
I think Markel's going to have a breakout year, win most improved player. I'm very high on Markel. You know that I've been buying Markel's Fultz stock since Markel Fultz. I don't know why I said Fultz. Markel Fultz stock since he got traded. And even me, I had basically a mini series last year covering basically every single one of Markel Fultz's games. So I'd like to say that I think he's gonna prove people wrong. I mean, again, I think I see Cole Anthony Moore as a sixth man,
I do too.
and that's nothing against him.
And
Just on this roster, he's a sixth man.
Yeah.
Just the way that we need to play.
And he's a perfect six man for this roster.
Could Cole Anthony be the starter? Yes. I mean, if Jalen Suggs and RJ Hampton, in my opinion, they've been playing. I mean, even though he had a 7 assist last night, I see him. I've been being this drum all off season that they should play him like Quentin Grimes because he's grown to almost 6'7". So that's my thought with RJ Hampton. He's more of a wing than a guard now. But I think that there could be a problem as if Fultz or Suggs or Hampton can't hit their shot and Anthony's the only one hitting the shot, Anthony's probably going to be forced to be playing hella minutes.
Yeah.
Next to Suggs and Fultz and Hampton to have a shooter on the floor.
Wagner's going to help that lineup a lot, I would imagine, because especially if, like Suggs isn't hitting his shots or Markel's not hitting his shots. Well, what I saw a bunch of last night was wide open big men not making their shots. So I would just rather, but it'll be different. It'll be different. So
I think there's still time, and I think this team offense isn't what's going to be carrying this team. It's going to be defense. This is a defensively driven team, and I think that's going to be what drives this team. So
I'm running Markel, Jalen or Cole, Wagner, Paulo, Wendell. That's my starters. And then we'll see what Isaac will help him a lot.
No, I agree. I think it'll definitely. It's preseason basketball too. Let's always put that. It's a grain of salt. So
Markel Fultz's story is so insane. Just I don't know if you definitely remember. You'll see a video of his new shooting form, shooting free throws, and it's just ooh. It was a long story. It was a long ride, but I think we've arrived.
I think we finally arrived too, and I think everything's going to come to fruition that we've been expecting from Markel Fultz this coming year. It's going to have to happen, and I think the reason why is they're going to implement the idea. And Jamal Mosley comes from the Dallas Mavericks, and he's going to tell Markel, "You're going to drive. You're either going to when you drive, you're either going to attack the rim and draw the foul, or finish the play, or get an and one." Or if you're not going to drive and attack the rim, you're going to drive so hard that they think you're going to attack the rim, but then you're going to have four motherfuckers standing at the three-point line, and you're going to kick out like you're Jalen Brunson or Luka Doncic 95 times a game, and it's going to fucking go. And that's going to build up your confidence. We're going to do that for the first third of the season, and maybe your three-point shot isn't going to hit, but by the last 2/3 of the season, because we're going to be doing that 50, 60 times, pick and rolls, drives to the rim, where you're either going to be kicking, attacking the rim, because people forget you still, at this point, have shown every time you play, you are one of the best, attacking one of the best guards that can attack the rim. You almost shoot at over a 50% rate when you just go for layups and dunks. Okay. He's phenomenal at that. He's a great guy who gets downhill, drives to the rim really well. And they're going to utilize that because he's already a guy who can average 17 points a night just off of 2-pointers. Okay. And then they're going to use that to kick out to all the shooters that they have. And then while they do that, that's slowly going to build up his confidence for that 3-point shot to start falling for the other 2/3 of the season.
Word.
I don't know if you follow me on that. Am I overzealous?
I don't think so.
All right. So next up, we got on tap that I wanted to talk about was Kawhi Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard's a guy that with training camp starting, as you guys know, Kawhi in 2 years, and they agreed that they wanted him to, to sit out. And I think it makes sense. Let's get everyone 100 healthy. And you've been a guy. I've been beating the Clippers drum. And I kind of stopped saying that phrase because I don't really say that phrase, but they are a team that we are all very much high on if they can stay healthy. And Kawhi says, quote, "It was great being back on the floor," end quote. Kawhi Leonard played his first game for the Los Angeles Clippers in 15 months this past Monday night. Leonard logged 60 minutes in a Clippers preseason victory over the Portland Trail Blazers. And following the game, Leonard was very happy to be back. And Leonard said, quote, "It was great just being able to put all that hard work that I did throughout the 14, 16 months, just being able to put it to test and play against NBA talent. It was good. Just being out there with the guys and talking. I missed it. It was a great experience for me," end quote. Leonard said Paul George asked him if he was nervous before the game. In typical fashion, Leonard seemed nonplussed. Quote, "It was funny because PG asked me if I had the bubbles before the game, like the stomach. I'm like, nah, there might be a little wing in there floating around. I felt the same way as if I approached any other game," end quote. And I think that's just something good to see and hear about Kawhi Leonard, that he's just kind of giddy, that he's getting that feeling, getting those feet wet. And it's just beautiful almost, I think, to say in a way, because this is a team that feels like it's year 4. People don't realize of Kawhi being there. Like, isn't that fucking crazy?
Yes.
What are your thoughts?
Well, yeah, the Clippers beating the horn, beating the drum, whatever you said.
No. We've talked about the Clippers enough times. I want to hear your thoughts, Kawhi, because you've said before that you are a bit hesitant because of no back-to-backs and load management.
I'm not hesitant. I'm just saying the Clippers, on paper, are the best team in the league. But Kawhi, people got to remember Kawhi Leonard when he left Toronto, right? So it's the bubble season. What was the thought? What was everybody talking about when Kawhi Leonard took down the Golden State Warriors and left? Is Kawhi Leonard the best basketball player on the planet? That's what people were wondering. And so what happens? Well, they have a good season, and then COVID hits. And Paul George especially was the one who was like, "I don't want to be here." None of the Clippers players wanted to be there, and it's so shitty. I don't know how you can have that mindset, but I guess that's, looking back to a world pandemic, so I don't want to touch on that. But you got to keep in mind, the year after he left Toronto, there were talks, is Kawhi Leonard better than LeBron James? Is he the best player in the NBA? And then COVID happens, and then they feast for a season, and then he gets injured. Like, they're right there. So seeing Kawhi, yeah, he's not a giddy guy. I don't think he would have nerves. I mean, he's been to plenty of finals. He's taken plenty of big shots. I'm sure he's just antsy to get out there on the court. And if you have a healthy Kawhi, I don't care if he's playing 50 games just because of load management. He's going to give you 25, 7, and 5. Like, he'd be an MVP candidate this upcoming season if he played 65 games or more, which you won't, but he's still here. He's still good. You're still muted as well.
This is where I get fucking pissed. Now I got to get mad again. I've been just trying to do better about muting myself when you talk, but now I'm pissed because you're fucking pessimistic.
It's my turn.
This is my god fucking turn. No. Listen, you're being pessimistic. Oh, he won't play 63 fucking games. What's up, Arturo? Sorry, yeah.
What's up, Arturo?
Arturo. ¿Hablas español? But either way, no. You're pessimistic about Kawhi Leonard. And that's where I'm like, yo, why be pessimistic that he's not going to play 63 games? Okay.
Because he won't.
Okay. How many back-to-backs are there?
12,
yeah.
12.8. I don't know. 12?
12. Okay. So
that's a complete guess.
Okay.
There could be a lot more. There could be a lot less.
I feel like there isn't more than 20.
Yeah.
All right. So you take 20 games out. That's 62. Fuck you. Okay. So I still think Kawhi is going to be great, and I think all in all, I also just noticed like Kawhi Leonard's like Nike logos peeled off of his
Yeah, he
jersey,
peeled that shit off. Yeah.
and I realized that's because he's New Balance.
Hell yeah.
Is that kind of dope that he peeled that shit
It's
off?
super dope. Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I think it's definitely an interesting situation. I honestly think Paul George is the guy that people are like undervaluing. Like he's the guy who, if he's 100% out, the guy was like an MVP candidate his last year with the Thunder, 28 points a night.
Yeah, he's just got to play more than 30 a night. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you finished?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm finished too.
And that was your Kawhi Leonard talk. Next
John
up,
Wall off the bench too is intriguing. I like it. Stick with it.
So we'll talk about this real quickly. So with Miles Bridges, okay. Miles Bridges, basically, if you guys did not know, is now I don't even know how to explain the current situation, but they basically allowed his I guess his qualifying offers. The best way to explain is his qualifying offer is now expired. And so I'm going to read two articles. I'm going to read the initial report, which came from Shams Charania, and the initial report about our man. Well, not our man, because fuck him. But
I'm not like that. He's your man.
But Miles Bridges and the Hornets allow the 7.9 qualifying offer to expire. The Charlotte Hornets and Miles Bridges have allowed a $7.9 million qualifying offer to expire. The two sides could have mutually agreed to extend the qualifying offer. Miles Bridges is a restricted free agent, but his NBA future remains in limbo due to felony domestic violence charges he faces in Los Angeles. Bridges and the Hornets could have extended the qualifying offer as late of March 1st. Bridges was always considered unlikely to return to the Hornets on the qualifying offer. Now, this is where I think it's interesting with Miles Bridges, because what is truly going on with the current situation, due to the fact that Miles Bridges, as you guys know, is they had a deadline on Saturday, and it seems like it was never going to happen. And as we guys know, that the case is now pushed back to October 7th, and it was delayed 4 times. And this was, this hearing, per Michael Gordon and Roderick Boone of the Charlotte Observer, is to determine whether the prosecutors have enough evidence to take Bridges to trial. And if convicted of all 3 charges, he faces up to 12 years in prison. Now, the question is this is weird, because we know that he had turned down a contract extension prior to last season in hopes to land a bigger deal this summer. And he's likely to face a significant suspension under the league's policy due to DV and SA and CA. I'm not going to say all those words. You can figure out what the acronyms mean if he's not convicted. So regardless if he's convicted or not convicted, he's going to be punished for a significant suspension, most likely at least a year. So it would not be a surprise if he remains a restricted free agent for quite some time. So if another team decides to extend an offer to Bridges, the Hornets will have to decide whether or not to match it. After letting his qualifying offer, Charlotte may be prepared to let him walk. Basically, he is still a restricted free agent for the Charlotte Hornets. But what is currently going on is that he does not have an offer made to him. That qualifying offer that he could have signed and came back to is not on the table. That is off the table. The only way he can return to Charlotte now is either that Charlotte offers him a contract, that's the A, or B, a team offers him a contract while he's a restricted free agent. And I don't know when he stops being a restricted free agent, but it seems like it's for quite some time. And they then can decide to match it or not. So basically, it's either they offer him a contract or somebody else does it and they match it, or Miles Bridges is never playing the NBA again, or he's playing for another team, and it's not going to be for quite some time. Any thoughts?
No.
All right. That's a clip. No one's really talked about it. But now we'll move over to another little bit of news. Zeke Nanji and Bones Highland both had their options picked up. I believe one was the third year option, the other one was a 4th-year option. And with that being said, they are both viewed as, future core pieces of arguably the rotation for the Denver Nuggets. So, as you know, Zeke Nanji is right now seeming like he's going to be the backup center unless DeAndre Jordan's knees have regrown. But Zeke Nanji has been, and Bones Highland have supposedly been dominating the scrimmages and training camp. And Zeke Nanji averaged 6.6 points last year in 41 games. He's looking like a guy who could easily be like a guy who could average like 8 and 8 next year in like a block and steal game and like 20 minutes a night, because he can play the power forward and center position. Well, as you guys know, the 3rd-year rookie scale team option for Bones Highland was picked up, which is going to be $2.3 million. And this is a kid who averaged 19 minutes a night last year as a rookie, scoring 10 points. And he's expected to take on a bigger role, being the primary backup to Jamal Murray after Monte Morris was traded to the Washington Wizards. And we all know that they kept Ish Smith just in case Bones Highland flounders. I want to hear your opinion. What do you think of these young guys getting their opportunity with, the big boys? It seems like they've done a good job of developing guys, and they seemingly have kept it in-house. That's like the Denver thing.
Yeah. I think that Zeke Naji is a dog. I made a lot of videos on him last season at the beginning of it. I like that they have DJ there because I don't think Najee will get over 20 a night. I think you'll still probably play DJ 10 to 15. Zeke,
he played 17 minutes a night last year.
And he looked fine. So I like that. I like that you have those options. Bones Highland, man, he went through some crazy spurts last season. Just got to get it to a little bit more consistency. They're a really good team, man. They're a really good team. As much crap as I like to give Jokic his defensive limitations because of either his teammates or he can just only be so athletic with his body.
Nikola Jokic is a plus defender.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just saying when you play him in the postseason, I gotta send you the clips, man.
No, I'll admit there are you can Nikola Jokic in the postseason does get, can get exposed.
You just need guys like Aaron Gordon. You need Jamal Murray. Like, you just need your guys. You need the Bruce Brown. You need the KCP. I think it'll help it a lot. It's just because when you're playing a guy like Chris Paul and you're without Jamal Murray and you're without Michael Porter Jr., even if you have one or both of them, Chris Paul is just going to call pick and roll every single possession like he does when he plays him in the postseason. But now that you have better defenders, like that's what they went out and got. Like, Brown is a phenomenal guy to help with this. So,
but Zeke now gives you the ability of not needing to play Nikola Jokic like fucking, what is it? The past few years they played him 33, 34. Okay. And I know that's like not anything insane. Okay. But that means they only had a backup big man for like 14 minutes a night. And I assume they keep those minutes around there. But if he can play, 30 minutes a night and still put up the same stats, give him, 18 minutes of breather would be even better. So, because we'll admit, Jokic was kind of gassed in the playoffs.
He's doing everything on offense. And when your backup center is DeMarcus Cousins, who's a slower, less agile, less athletic, way older, way slower, everything. He's just a worse Nikola Jokic because of his age, because of his injuries. It makes Boogie in the playoffs almost unplayable. And so now you have guys like Najee, DeMarcus, DeAndre Jordan. That's going to help. It's just going to help a lot.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I mean, I don't doubt anything about this kid as long, really, it's not like we're asking these guys to come in and be huge guys. They just need to fill in. They haven't had a backup center really since Jokic has ascended into this stardom. And now Zeke has an opportunity to be, a backup center as well, get opportunity to be a backup power forward behind Gordon. And then you got Bones Highland given the opportunity to be, a backup point guard and potentially be a guy that by the time his rookie contract ends is either won a 6-man of the year or is a 6-man of the year candidate. What's up, Joshua?
That's good.
Now let's move over to the Cleveland Cavaliers because you know how I sent you the GM vote?
Yeah.
So guess what else the GMs voted on?
Most improved team.
Most promising young core.
Or
So with that being said, I think, the promising young core is I wanted to see if I can find a picture of the whole squad, and it's being a little bit more difficult than I thought it'd be, but like, dude, I just want to. Here we go. Shout out to this. Okay. Whoop. Right here. Look at this squad that I'm about to show you. And this was a vote. So if you guys don't know, what happens is the GMs of the NBA do this thing where the NBA's annual general manager survey happens before every year, and they conducted the one before the 2022 to 23 season, and the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Memphis Grizzlies were both voted as the two franchises with the most promising young core. We can talk about the Grizzlies in a sec, but we'll start off with the Cavaliers as they were ranked first with 41% of the vote, while the Grizzlies were at 38% of the vote in second place. And third place was actually the Detroit Pistons with 10%, and the Pelicans and Thunder and Magic were all tied for fourth. And before the last year, the 2021 to 22 season, Atlanta Hawks received the most votes. But I think it's kind of cool that NBA GMs believe that the Cavaliers have the most promising young core in the entire NBA. And for me, this is just something you look at and you're just like, yeah, I just think it's just something unique. And I don't know. Like, I think it's cool to think about, like, they have their 4 guys for arguably the next 5 to 7 years right here in front of you.
yeah. Getting Jarrett was a huge move by him after that Harden trade.
That was such an...
It's just like a really under-realized thing, like, because a lot of people were, a lot of Houston Rocket fans were like, well, why didn't we get Jarrett Allen? And the counter was well, you're going to have to pay Jarrett Allen. Jarrett Allen's somebody I'm perfectly fine with paying. So
they paid him like nothing. What is it, like 17 a year? They're paying him?
Yeah, for that, that's a steal.
For a guy who's arguably like a top 15, maybe a top 10 center.
Yeah.
So right there, he'll cement
himself as a top 10 this year. He's on the verge of it.
You got a top 15 player at the center position. You got a top 10, a top 15 player at his position in the center position. You got arguably a top 5 player at his position in Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell. You could argue that Darius Garland this past season was at least the 5th best point guard in all of basketball. You got Donovan Mitchell, who in the past few years is arguably at the very least the 5th best shooting guard in basketball. Some people might have him ranked higher. And you got Evan Mobley, who is a guy who's looking like he could be, after this year, but in the next 2 years, a top 5 player at the power forward position. And with Garland, Donovan Mitchell, and Evan Mobley, you have the possibility of having 3 guys who are top 35 players in the NBA. Yeah, that's fucking unreal. And then you talk about the depth that they have, and I think it's a great team. It's a good team.
Oh yeah. Mobley Mob.
Dude, I'm so hungry. It's unreal.
Pretty hungry too.
Now, we'll do something to pick up the energy.
Dude, I got bad news.
What?
I will unable to be attendance on Thursday.
Really?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
That's Trae Young.
You think that's true?
That's not
Trae Young. We're back with Pirtle, and he's in East. He's a guard. He's older than 24. He's taller than 6'1". His number is lower than 11. So, and he's not in the Southeast. So, who could that be?
that.
Who is that?
I feel like he's on the Pacers.
Wait, can't be TJ McConnell. Is he 6'3" or 6'2"?
That's not TJ McConnell, I don't think. No way.
All right, so it should be.
I think, right?
I don't know, man. You're the one.
Oh, is that?
Your guess. Wait, it's my guess actually.
Yeah, it is.
So
I have my guess ready.
Okay, I'm trying to think. I am drawing a blank. He's a guard. He's a guard. He's a guard. He's a guard. So I want to go. Oh my god. Younger. Oh, dude, I did not know Chris Chiozza was 5'11". I feel so stupid.
Oh my god, he's 5'11".
His number's between 2 and 11, and he's younger. He's 25 years old.
Oh, I was gonna guess Corey Joseph, but it definitely isn't Corey Joseph.
All right, he's 25 years old.
So he's in the Central.
6'5", 25 years old. His number's between 2 and 7. You got two back-to-back picks.
Tyrese doesn't have hair, so it can't be Tyrese.
And Tyrese wears, I think he's a double-digit number, right? No, he's 0. Right.
That can't be Raul Nato. He's not 25.
And Raul's on the Wizards, and he
oh shit, yeah. What? No, he's on.
No, never mind. He's on the Cavs. Yeah, so he could be essential. Sorry. Ooh, try Raul.
Yeah, I guess, but it's not him.
No, because he's not.
Cleveland. Yeah, he's not 25.
Right. So Cleveland, Detroit. Who else is in the Central? Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Toronto.
No.
Huh?
No.
Toronto's on the Central?
No.
They're in the Atlantic, aren't they? Indiana and Chicago. Zach LaVine, 25.
I think he's 26, but
27.
Oh, damn, he did it. He's not on the Bulls. He's not on Cleveland. Wow, watch this dude actually be on Indiana. So he's on Indiana or Milwaukee. Let's see it again.
25 years old. Okay, Indiana. Who's 25? Chris Duarte?
Ooh, I think that is a good guess. Nice.
I just knew he's older. Chris Duarte has braces.
Yeah, he looks ugly or uncomfortable as fuck. It's like a high school basketball picture.
That was the Pirtle for the day. And what else? Oh, Damian Lillard. I, every year, have wanted Damian Lillard to win MVP. I've never, ever have wanted Damian Lillard to win MVP so bad. And I feel like this is the last year. If there was a year that he could win it, this is the last one. Because after the season, Dame, I think the window will close. This is the last year of the Damian Lillard, not championship window, but Damian Lillard MVP window. I don't know if you're in agreement.
No.
You think Dame still's got another few years for MVP?
I'll give him at least another, yeah.
So 2 more years. He's 32. So you're saying he'll be an MVP. So.
Yeah. But I agree with you. Maybe this might be the peak.
Yeah. So for me, okay. So right now, Damian Lillard is arguably one of the best, late, what would you say, comeback, final shot guy. one of the clutchest players of all time. And we're 3 years removed now from when Damian Lillard averaged 30 a game. And, the year before last, he averaged 28. I mean, if Damian Lillard can get back to being, the guy who's averaging 28, 30 points a night, dishing out 8 assists, shooting at like a ridiculous percentage and putting this team. And also, you told me this, and I didn't know this. Dame has never been on a fully healthy, never had a under 500. You said,
yeah, and somebody was disagreeing with me earlier. Maybe in his rookie season it was, but I'm still pretty sure in seasons fact check it right now, but I'm
you're
pretty
fact checking.
sure. Yeah, because back in when he was first came into the league, like they were still a really talented basketball team. In 2012. Okay, 2012. I think it was his rookie season that he didn't. They were 33 and 49. Yeah. So over 500 in every season except for his rookie season. Which is still really impressive.
Yeah, no, that is like hella impressive. Sorry. My producer for the show tomorrow just texted me. Have you seen
Mr. Producer?
This is a video of
Damn, dude. In 2019, 2020, they didn't have an above 500 record the year he dropped 30, but maybe that was discounted because it was the COVID year, so it was cut short. But this was coming from a Trailblazers channel, like my favorite Trailblazers channel.
I hate them.
I'm going to trust them.
You're going to trust them?
I'm going to trust them, even though in his rookie season they didn't finish above 500, and in 2020 they Whoa!
That just scared you. So this was when Snoop Dogg came. They had strippers on the court. Okay. Let me reply it. Gotta loop this bitch. It's kind of geek.
When's basketball start?
In like a month. Well, like practice and stuff.
Is your channel or is your podcast going to cover that too, or is it just Kansas football?
We're Kansas football, baby.
That's good.
Maybe we expand Golden Valley Views too. You like that, Golden Valley Views?
Is that the name of it? I don't.
Yeah, that's
our understand it.
It's just a reference Kansas for Kansas thing. Fucking fag.
I don't go to flyover states. I'm just kidding.
Hey, we have flyovers at the game. You fucking pussy.
That's sick.
Yeah, and then the troops come down and they watch the game. When I left the game one day, they were hopping all 5 of them into a little Volkswagen Jetta to go back to base. It's like 5-5.
I just learned on Sunday that because I was at the Bears game on 2 Sundays ago and they had the flyover, and then at halftime they had the pilots out like waving at everybody. I'm like, well, how the fuck did they?
The airport's like right there.
Like, yeah, how did that happen? What
do you think? They're landing at fucking O'Hare and they're fucking driving over from O'Hare?
I thought they were just that's exactly what happens. Apparently they land at O'Hare and drive to O'Hare just in time for halftime. I don't.
No, there's probably a private airport that the team.
You think so?
Yeah, like so KU when we KU, I believe it was when we were talking to join the Big Ten. No, it was so KU when West Virginia joined the Big 12. We had to expand our airport right here in Lawrence, like the private airport, to allow big planes to land, and it's just. But Thomas, send us that on Twitter. I'll throw it up on the screen.
Slow-mo it.
But no, so we had to expand the airport to have jumbo jets fly in and out. You see Jalen Daniels 4th in at Heisman voting?
Is he really? He's my Heisman pick right now.
Really?
Yeah.
You do that for me?
I'm speaking it into existence to all my friends except for you, because I'm not quite
We're
I'm
not
not
friends.
quite on board yet. No, yeah, fuck you. I just don't like you like that. I'm just not quite.
This is a work relationship.
It's still a little uneasy for me to like support your football team to you, but like outside of to you, I'll support Kansas. It's still just like, yeah, like this is just a little shitty, but it's cool though because they're really good now. Like if they were like 2-3, I'd be like, get a life. But I don't think they'll be undefeated.
We're about to play Bama
comes.
We're about to play Bama in the Sugar Bowl, Big
Yeah,
12 versus SEC, and we're about to shock the world. I'm telling you right now, what? We're about to shock the world. We're about to take Bama. Guess what? You know what?
No.
I just had breakfast at Teddy Rocker's house, and his mama brought out 10 flapjacks, and I said, "Mama, take back 5 of those flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide."
Nah, dude. As much as I'm rooting for the undefeated season, I've already started saying they're going to be an NY6 team, which is like ridiculous. They have too difficult of
Thomas, you got
schedule.
1 second. You got Instagram. I haven't. You got Facebook, Jackson. I haven't been on my Facebook.
No, I was gonna say go to bed, old man. This show's past your bedtime, but
I want
to that response.
Throw it up.
Dude, you got Oklahoma, you got Baylor, you got Oklahoma State, Texas Tech, and Kansas State, and Texas. So it's a matter of time, unfortunately.
Top and block. We're about to beat Oklahoma. Our only loss could potentially be against OSU. But K-State, you wildcat inbred fucks. We're about to come for you. Fuck cool, K-State. Man. Okay, people who go K-State couldn't get into Kansas or fuck their cousin.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Who goes to K-State? Who goes like this? Who goes, I'm so happy I got into Kansas State.
I don't know anybody like that.
Yeah, because there isn't anybody. You go into Kansas State because you don't have any options. I'm just kidding. Kansas. I've actually never visited Kansas State because fuck Manhattan. Fuck Manhattan.
It's too big.
This is also me being incredibly biased due to the fact that I go to the University of Kansas and fucking KU rules the state of Kansas. You know what? I'd rather go to Wichita State than K-State.
Wichita State's dope. You know Ron Baker?
Yeah. How do you know what Baker University is?
No, Ron Baker, the Wichita State legend.
Oh, no, I don't know. Oh, Ron Baker.
Yeah.
Why are you saying Ron? Ran.
Wait, what did I say?
I don't know. You were saying Ron with the weirdest draw in your voice ever.
Isn't his name
I've also
Ron
been
Baker?
told I have a draw in my voice, but like.
What's a draw?
Typically, when you think of a draw, you think of, a Southern person. Well, I can't do it right now. Let me do it right now. A typical. Let me talk to you with a draw in my voice. When you draw your words out like this, you sound a bit Southern. Now I'm about to go down south and talk a little bit like typically when you hear Southern people talk, they talk a bit like this with the voice. Or we could do it like this, and I can talk like I'm Morgan Freeman. And I don't know. This is a real bad Morgan Freeman. This is Morgan Freeman says you gotta lower your voice and really. I'm Morgan Freeman. I can't do this voice, but
I've always wanted to be an impersonation guy.
So am I.
Just always there.
That was a good comedic timing right there, right?
Yeah. My family's really good at it, so I know it's in my blood.
Well, your family, your family can do impressions.
Yeah, my uncles are phenomenal at it. Yes.
Wait. I got one impression that I'm okay at, and I'm about to put up a picture of him, and then I'll take off my camera, and we're just gonna imagine that I'm this guy. Are you ready?
Kermit the Frog. I don't even know how this sounds.
I couldn't do Kermit the Frog. The best Kermit the. All right, ready. I'm about to stop my camera. You know who Lou Holtz is?
A little bit, yeah. I'll turn my volume down here for this one.
I said, University knows that. I said, University knows that. Don't have the present football team. You know, I love the University knows the name coaches football. Right. I sounded retarded by the end, but yeah. Sometimes when I get really excited, I just thought my face and I piss a little bit. But I love football. I said football as new doesn't know name because that is God created the game of football for the University of Notre Dame.
Yeah, Thomas, it's a really good Lou Holtz impersonation.
Actually, there's but that was Lou Holtz. No, have you heard Seth MacFarlane do Kermit the Frog?
No.
Oh my god.
Seth MacFarlane's atheist, so I don't trust him.
Gotta find this. What? Fuck me. I just want to find this. Fucking cunts. You think you find something, but you don't. All right, here it is. All right. Digit. I'm about to download this and we're about to watch this because this is like one of, if not the greatest comedic gold. And I'm not necessarily a Seth MacFarlane fan. Like, do I sometimes still watch Family Guy? Yeah, but Family Guy does not compare to like fucking South Park.
I love Family Guy so much.
No, Family Guy is good, but Family Guy has gone downhill so that they like just do the same joke 20 times.
Mm-hmm.
But like South Park is just like they literally make fun of society and it's so fucking fun.
Yeah, South Park.
Did you ever do your version of the Taken phone call for him?
Oh, you gotta hear this.
Do it.
Come on, man. Gotta do it.
Our version on Family Guy was Kermit the Frog doing Taken. I'm not going to be able to remember the speech. I don't have any money.
Oh, that's so good.
But what I do have are a very specific set of skills. Skills that make me a nightmare for somebody like you. If you don't let the girl go, I will track you down, I will find you, and I will kill you.
I've always thought the ending of him going like, ah.
I don't know Kermit the Frog, so I don't. That doesn't do much for me. I love Tom Cruise though. Shout out Tom Cruise.
Oh, you're probably someone gets his dick hard watching Tom Cruise. You were you were at Top Gun, and this was just you. Like,
I like the original Top Gun. I've never seen the old Top Gun. I just watched Eyes Wide Shut.
What do you mean? Why did you just say I like the original Top Gun, but I've never seen the old Top Gun? What the fuck?
There's a new Top Gun.
There's two Top Guns. Get the fuck out of here.
I haven't seen the new one. I like the old one a lot.
I haven't seen either Top Gun. I refused to watch Mission Impossible until 2 years ago, and when my roommates got me to watch, I think I've seen every Mission Impossible except Mission Impossible's fucking gas. Okay, Mission Impossible. I was
worried you were a Tom Cruise hater.
No, I'm not a Tom Cruise hater, but Tom Cruise is a bottom tier fucking actor. All right, so Mission Impossible.
Have you seen Eyes Wide Shut?
Dude, I thought there was way more Mission Impossibles. There's only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Can you watch Eyes Wide Shut as a movie in the next week?
Eyes Wide Shut. I'm not gonna watch a fucking orgy movie by Stanley Kubrick died editing.
Yeah, that's why it's so fucked up.
Did I see Fallout? I don't know if I've seen Fallout.
There's full penetration, Cyro. You get to see Nicole Kidman's boobs.
You know what? You should watch Soul Man.
I don't watch movies about souls of men.
Nah, you're about this movie. I mean, first off, it's supposed. Spike Lee said it. I personally think it's a great comedic piece on like like it does a good job of just showing like how fucked up like our society is, and like it shows like racism in a comedic way that like I think does like a good job of. This movie is it's a good movie. It's a good movie, but like the best way to explain it is that it's like Spike Lee says it's like terrible, but I think like it shows something like what's wrong with our society in the terms of like how we treat like other people, and basically this movie is like St. Thomas Howell gets into Harvard Law, but he's affluent and his dad doesn't pay for his school, so he takes tanning pills and takes a black scholarship and goes to Harvard as like a black guy. So it's like technically like but like this movie, I'm only showing you it because there's I'm just gonna point out how many famous people are in this movie.
Harvard Law School.
Famous guys. Can you tell us how?
Tuition and fees.
It's like super dark, this movie.
$10,493.
Harvard Law School. This is a big day for all of us. That's why I've decided to let you pay your own way.
Estimated annual living expenses.
You ever applied for a loan before?
$7,500.
Mr. Watson, you don't pay your bills. Get out.
Total for 3 years of law school.
Wait a second, look at this. Full tuition for the most qualified applicant.
Most qualified black applicant. $53,979.
Don't you think you're overreacting?
No.
Congratulations, Mr. Watson.
Thank you, sir. I'll do my best.
Some people will do anything to get into Harvard.
Your OGs just made me laugh.
These are the 80s, man. It's the Cosby decade.
For Mark Watson, all it took was a little soul.
I'd like you to meet my good friend, Kareem.
Dude, look, it's Elaine from Seinfeld.
We got Washington here on the coin toss, so he'll take Leon.
That's Watson.
Right. Sorry, Marcus.
Yeah, there may be a problem here. Your roommate was a,
What?
black Negro.
A black Negro?
You know, there's something really strange about you, and I don't know what it is.
That's Tommy Chong's daughter.
God, is she beautiful? You gotta believe
Tommy
me.
Chong's
You
daughter.
must have learned a great deal more than you bargained for.
That's the voice of Darth
You're
Vader.
right.
What's going on?
Can we blame him for the color of his skin?
Voice of Darth
Mom,
Vader.
Dad,
Big black guy.
I'm black.
What? No, you're crazy.
Mark Watson.
Who's that?
On now!
That's another
Producer
guy.
of risky business.
This guy's Darth
Soul
Vader.
Man. He didn't give up. He got down.
Right on.
All I noticed was Elaine.
Elaine was in there. Tommy Chong's daughter. The voice of Darth Vader. C. Thomas Howell. He's been in
Not a
some
dork,
stuff.
so I've never seen Star Wars.
Okay, but you know, like, but C. Thomas Howell. You know what movie you've seen him in?
Who's C. Thomas Howell?
The guy who does who changes skin colors.
Oh, well, what have I seen him in?
Outsiders. Pony Boy Curtis.
Oh, the book?
Yeah, The Outsiders, the movie. He's E.T. He's Tyler.
Damn,
He's
I
in
haven't seen that movie since like middle school.
Grandview, USA. Tank. Red Dawn. Secret Admirer. The Hitcher. No? Nothing?
No, nothing.
All right, bud.
So solo show tomorrow. I've been going lives. I've been doing lives like 2 to 3 times a day to improve.
Look at you.
And it actually feels really good to be back. I went live on my Houston Rockets channel after the win, and it has like 1.5K views. It was like, where the hell are, like, why can I pull in 60 live viewers for a Rocket game, but we can't get double digits consistently? Exactly, Thomas. Exactly. We'll save the dorky movies for Cyro.
No, dude. I just think what we need to figure out is the right tags.
Oh, you think so? Because the one yesterday did, or the Kai Soto one did really well, but the first two, the two before that did poor.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know this shit. I don't know tags in general, dude.
I
Still
just
using
want
rapid tags.
Yeah.
I can't clear like 300 views on a channel with 14,000 subs.
With rapid tags?
Just with rapid tags, but people don't watch it. I don't know. I can't get much going here.
My
videos will be like 99.5% subscribed and 0.5 not subscribed.
Really?
Yes.
Mine are like the other way.
It's desperate.
But it's like 93% not subscribed and like 7% subscribed.
See, I'd take that. But I also like my boys like commenting on it and stuff. Tags are what like gets the algorithm to your video, I guess.
Yeah, it's like I do a well job at tagging because my shit pops up on YouTube. I'm not on Google a lot of the time. So if you search up specific things, I'll pop a lot of times my video. If I made a video on that topic, it pops up.
So what do you do if I say you're making a Houston Rockets video right now and you're about to post a Rockets video? What are you doing?
I mean, first off, I'm doing not only am I going on like here, let's go here. Besides rapid tag, also I use rapid tags for certain keys, but explore Google Trends. I go to Google Trends.
I hate Google Trends.
I go to past 4 hours NBA term, and then I look out, okay, what have people been searching? People have been searching Jehovah's Witnesses. So now I'll go to the past day. What has been a popular player? Keegan Murray, Scottie Pippen, Damian Jones, Santi Aldama.
So now that you see this, if you made a Houston Rockets video, would Santi Aldama and Keegan Murray be tags on your video?
Fuck no. I would make a video about Keegan Murray. Then I'd make a video about Scottie Pippen. Then I'd make a video about Scottie Pippen and Damian Jones. Then make a video about Santi Aldama. Then I'd make a video about the NBA GM survey. Like I would say right here, what we learned from the NBA GM survey this season for the 2022 to 23 season. Then I would make a video. Santi Aldama is about to shock people, which I already made. Then I would talk right here. Keegan Murray is like looking like a fucking stud. Then
I get that. I don't care about. I don't want to follow trends. I just want people. All of my other channels are like what you're talking about. It'll be like 15% not subscribed, 15% subscribed, 85% not subscribed. But for some reason, my main channel with the most amount of stuff.
You went
50 cents a day.
The past like few months, you were kind of inconsistent. Didn't you say that?
Yeah, that's fair. But like,
you got out of the
50 views on a Rocket video.
Your channel fell out of the algorithm. You got to pump videos until you get back into the algorithm.
I just don't want to
there's no such thing as over.
Well, there is because like I don't like if you make 20 videos, like cool, like I probably won't watch any of them. But like if Motown Noah made one video every 20 days, I'd be more inclined to watch that video.
Yeah, and that's what you do once you hit like 20,000.
Oh, I see. So you
but right now you're small. Yeah, when you're small. You want as many videos and eyes on your content. So then when you have 20, 30,000 subscribers, you're like, guess what, guys? I'm making 1 to 2 to 3 high quality videos a week. And
then it's like cool because now I want you to talk about my team. And
yeah, so that way, every time you finish a video, you're like, hey, everyone comment down below what you would like to hear in the next one. And then that way you can post 20, 30-minute videos. And then you get even more money because you get watch time, you get all that.
Yeah.
But you don't start and...
Dude, if I was like a Rusty or Noah, I'd be posting 20-minute videos like Kenny.
Yeah, that's
every 3 days.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm working to. That's why you're like, how are you going to be juggling this with a full-time job? Hopefully by the time I have my full-time job, I'm closer to my goal, or like while I'm working, I get to that goal. And then at that point, I'm just posting Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Yeah. Monday for a weekend recap, Wednesday for a midweek recap, Friday for a preview for the weekend and a recap for the week.
Real quick, if you were to make, you don't make many 8-minute videos, right?
I do. I've started to.
Oh, you started.
I used to, then I stopped, then I came back.
How long does it take for you to edit those?
2 minutes.
The clips. How do you get? Do you just have them ready? Because say I'm making a Scotty Barnes video. I'm using like 10 different YouTube videos of a Scotty Barnes mix, so I don't get.
So I
copyright.
use 2 mixes, and then I also, besides that, I have so much shit on the Volt, bro, that at this point, I have so many mixes I've already like mixed together.
Oh, that
all I do.
Made?
Yeah, so I just reuse.
You know what I'm saying though? Like
I just reuse footage. If you look at a lot of my videos, same footage in the background.
I know, and that's perfect. But like, if you're making a Scotty Barnes video and you have all this footage, you have all this pre-existing footage on Scotty Barnes, like basically what I'm saying to you guys is like, videos with actual footage do so much better. But I get so worried about copyright that I don't like if I'm like using 3 different Scotty Barnes highlight reels and I'm cutting them after every 6 seconds, it just takes a long time. And after 30 minutes, I only have a 3-minute video.
Yeah, I've just gotten so quick with it, bro. I don't know, man. I can edit a video, record 8 minutes. I can pump out each video, and then I can make 6 videos, and like if I want them to be 5 minutes each, I can be done making 6 videos in 45 minutes, edited and uploaded.
Yeah, that's trying to get there.
Yeah.
And you never worry about somebody whose mix you take is like, hey, this is my mix.
If they say something, I'll put their info in the description and I'll apologize.
Do you like stop them after 7 seconds, or is that only with like NBA actual content?
Dude, I go between 5 and 15 seconds. So
damn, I don't know how you chop it up that fucking fast. That's dope.
Yeah, I also don't care where it ends, so it'll be mid-play and it just cuts.
Yeah, okay. I see.
But I gotta go. I'm going to get Chick-fil-A.
Peace.
I'll talk to you Thursday
I'll see
or Friday.
Yeah, fuck.
Fuck. Bye. I fixed it. You should be able to save.
All right,
if you enjoyed this, be a friend, tell a friend. Check us out if you missed the episode on streaming services. This is not a podcast, it's an internet show. Fuck you guys. Love you, actually. Bye.
Peace.
Peace.